Well, hello everybody, welcome to the final installment of Manor Lords Building Cool City. Last episode, we finally got our crossbowmen up. We're in a really good position here. Now, we're going to need at least a population of 320 to 30 to hit a max army size. We could probably get about 4 of these bad boys going. So let's keep trekking along. Let's get these other houses up to tier 3 as fast as possible. Get all these families to move in. We're at an 80% approval bonus, and we desperately need to get the manor up. So let's see. Can we do it now? Nope, still need 10 wood. We've been going through wood mighty fast. We're using a lot of boards, but that's all right. That's all right. Now, I'm just going to basically rely on crossbowmen for a bit. Yeah, they're pretty darn powerful. We got the charcoal kiln over here going mighty strong. Let's go back over the trading post. Probably need to set exports to 40 now. Pause the game real quick. Let's come over to the saw pit. Now we have a production limit of 40. So we're going to put that up to 60. So we'll sell anything over that. I think that's... Also, we're going to update the timber reserve to 10. That way I don't have to keep contending with all this and we can get that manor upgraded. We got the taxes coming in. We're going to get our army back up and running. Things are looking mighty fine for us. I mean, our food is through the roof. We're positive on all types of foods. Got lots of everything. This is actually pretty terrific. We got 9 free families. So we're going to put a couple people. Now we do want to get that third forager hut so that we can get the max amount of berries. And place him right there. That's going to be perfect. And I think we're in really good shape. So let's just go down the line and make sure everyone's good. Yep. There's a lot that we could do here. I'm not going to upgrade these guys to tier 3 quite yet. Not going to update. Ooh. Could add an extra family to the brewer. I actually kind of like that. We're going to do that. And, oh, yeah. We just need to keep going. So, looks like the farming is doing pretty well. The barley's coming in at the right amount. We're also exporting a lot. So, coming back over here like we were talking about. Anything over 40 boards, it's great. We could export barley, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to export any of our food products. I'd rather it rot. It's better to have it than to not have it. We're importing clay to the point that we need it, but that won't be much in a moment here. We're exporting anything over, I'm going to say 200 firewood now. And we're exporting anything over 150 coal. So eventually we are going to start just massing the coal, and that's going to be a massive trade for us too. The more money we have in regional wealth, the more we can tax and get that bad boy up. So we're in a good spot now. It does appear that I finally have my 10 timber. And yeah, it's best just to go to the saw pit and set that distinction so you don't have to wrestle with it. So let's do the garrison tower. Perfect. Commit. Alright. That will give us our 1 melee unit to protect the crossbowmen. And we're going to be in a really good harmony. So everything's coming along. Our next goal in all of this is to go to war with the Lord. So once we can take the Lord in an open playing field, with no real advantages but our army, you're typically in good shape. Another thing that I want to do, because we're resource rich, and I know I will slightly regret doing this, is I do think we're going to upgrade one of these guys to a joiner's workshop. One of the double burgage plots. Problem with that is 4 families will be doing that. I don't want to do any more burgage plots because, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Whether it's 3 or 4, as long as I can feed them. Just the principle. So yeah, we're going to do a joiner's workshop right here. And I think I'm just going to go down the line and start tier 3ing everything at this point. Get as many soldiers as possible. But I would like to get one extra unit for combat. I would like to get some footmen. Some extra footmen, and then this army right here I think can easily take pretty much anything. So we're in good shape. I mean, we could add some more housing. I mean, we do have the people. If we go in increments of 5, it will only require so many extra stalls. You know what? Screw it. We can do what we want. There's 2, so we can get 3 more. And now I was gonna use the space down here for a lot of that stuff. So yeah, let's build this whole dang thing out. Let's do it proper. All right, so that's 4. Not bad. And so we were gonna do 5. You know what? Let's do it in sets of 10s. let's just forget everything I said. Let's just build a bunch of... Let's get ourselves a big old army. Go the distance. Why not? All right, double burgage plot. Double burgage plot. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So here we are, the joiners. So we want small shields. I'm going to set a limit of 50. We're going to need a lot more planks. I think what we're going to actually end up doing is getting a secondary logging camp. So we want to stay away from the area over here. I think the area over here is probably good. Let's do a logging camp over there. Beautiful thing. Okay, so we're in really good shape. Let's upgrade these hitching posts. Buy an ox. Yeah, this is great. We have 7 free people. Definitely want to get everything kind of running optimally. So we're gonna want to get, I'm gonna assume 2 more market stalls for the storehouse and 2 more for the large granary. If we have any issues, we can go from there, but that should easily get us to the 100% with probably a little bit extra. This is perfect. Let's double up these houses. We're just gonna keep going down the line, get all these guys to tier 3, build ourselves out as strong as possible. And my rule of thumb is once I can take the Lord once, I pretty much have beaten the game. Because if you can take them once, you can take them over and over and over again. It's a good metric, to be quite honest. And it never failed me. So we're going to do 3 people in this logging camp. And we're going to forest this whole area. Probably get ourselves up a forester, though I think we'll have won the game forever needing that. But it's always good. Good to have that. Now you can see we have an enormous amount of fuel, enormous amount of food. We're making a lot of money. Things are going really well for us. We already got 17 footmen militia. Oh man, yeah, having 4 people making shields really does pay off. That's a beautiful thing right there. The woodcutter's doing a good job. Clay furnace, bloomery, the malt house, small stables, everything is proper place. The large tavern. Our industry is all kind of spread out, so they got the saw pit here. Let's put 2 people. They supposedly fixed that in the last patch so that you can get the full benefit of 2 people in the saw pits. Used to be that you didn't really get much. But that's okay. We need to keep going. So we have 24. I think we're going to go to 30. That gives us enough for 6 houses. And there we go. We don't have to be perfect. We just need to be close. So this is 4. That gives us 2 more, but every one of these is really nice. I think we're going to leave it there. I think 28 is going to be where we leave it. That's mainly because of food consumption. I think that's going to be a good mark for us. We still got a lot of families to move in. 12 and another 4 being built and more once those are tier 3. Alright, 4 families in total. Should do everything here perfectly. So we're at a good equilibrium there. 100% across the board. We're really rolling fast, actually. This is pretty amazing. Doing great on the wild animals, bringing in a lot of pelts. Take a look at what we got. 175 ale, 51 shoes. So we're selling all the excess shoes. You can see that we're really starting to accumulate some wealth here and some taxes. All of these are great things. We can now get up to 24 of our own retinue. So we're going to customize this, and we're going to load these bad boys out to the brim. Nice. Okay, so our army is very strong. So the main thing limiting us right now is simply getting more people in here. Let's speed this bad boy up. Things are little village. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. He wants more. He didn't get enough of me the first time. Now we don't have to sit on a bridge. We can fight him in the fields like men. Or we can running away is kind of cool though too. I don't mind it. But we can use a lot of this to our advantage. I actually think we're going to use this. They have to come down these narrow strips or from the side. So we can better use our limited infantry over here. This will be really interesting. I'm kind of handicapping myself because I could just go to the bridge, right? You know, I could just go to the bridge and make it real easy. But I want to have a cool fight. So we're going to use the natural progress. So put them too deep. If you have them spread out as one person, they're more likely to die. Too deep is pretty consistently awesome. And the same over here. Too deep. Stand your ground. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place two lines of crossbowmen here. And we're going to place 2 lines of crossbowmen there. And we're going to see if that works. I think they're going to pop out over here. We can play it by ear and maneuver people around if we need to. Well, what do you know? They're coming from the bottom. So they're going to come across the bridge or wherever they want. That actually makes this even funnier because we could, in theory, just use the tip here. And then Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy cow. They're hitting me. Okay, those are the mercenaries. And oh my god. Okay, so no one's gonna move. We got 2 armies coming at us. That that was not what I was expecting. So we gotta kill all these guys before they get here. Oh man. I was a little caught off. That is 3 foot soldiers over there. Okay, okay. That's how they roll. We got our crossbowmen over here already in range. They're about to unload justice. Hopefully no ox run through here and get in the way. But we should be able to hurt a lot of people. Alright, cool. Yeah, they're coming that way. The soldiers are coming that way, so I am going to stop them right here. They're all trying to charge through there. We got these guys for the intercept. We're pelting their main dudes. They're snaking around to the left right there. Alright, so we got ourselves a little conga line. These guys are a little far off, so I think we can do all this. But yes, the conga line of death is coming. Ooh, that guy got one in the neck. Yeah, that's not nice. Okay, we got a lot going on for us right here. I feel like he's doing good. I feel like these 2 gents really need to focus on helping out our men here. So I'm going to maneuver them in a way that we can. Ooh, they're doing some... Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Alright, we got them bottlenecked there, so we need to take out these soldiers. So I'm going to engage, and I'm going to shoot them. Oh, this is getting messy. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to allow them to make their own decisions about who they're going to shoot, because right now, they're doing a bad job. So let's move them into good positions. Fight. We'll get some corner shots. Speed this up. Okay. We got to stop these gents. We're getting attacked from the side. We are getting hit from all types. This is all types of bad right now. All types of bad right now. Need to take them out quick. Alright. And then we need to help out our buddy over there. Yeah, he's getting pelted. Okay, cool. I think he just got hit by his own dudes. That looked pretty nasty. Alright, cool. And alright, so these dudes, I need to take out these archers because they're getting a little friendly. My swordsmen seem to be okay for the time being, but they're not going to be for long. So let's get this show on the road. Yeah, this isn't going the way that I thought it would. Alright, these gents are going to help out. We're going to have to get behind them. And these guys aren't doing shit. You guys need to start doing stuff. Yeah, this isn't going to go the way that I thought it was. We're going to lose some men. That's life. We're taking out the archers. This is messy. This is really messy. Everyone is just so disorganized that yeah. Okay, we're gonna take these soldiers. We're on their way. We'll take them out in one go. Below. Right. I am actually gonna pull all these. Okay, we won. Well, the war is over. They won't even be able to use these units against me. That was pretty bad though. That did not go to plan. That did not go to plan at all. So, what did I learn from that? One, just pick a level playing field. That would have been much better. Okay. So we need to start upgrading these plots to tier 2. We have a lot to do. We still technically beat the Lord. Well, I didn't beat him in a sustainable way. I lost men. Alright. We're gonna start tier 3 in a lot of this stuff. Alright, cobbler. Alright, we're in good shape. I'm not too worried about some of this stuff, but we lost a lot of good men. That was a bad battle. A lot of good men were lost. Okay, eek. That's a lot. Well, we need to put someone in the church to help bury them. It's going to take them a bit. Most likely, the majority of those bodies will disappear normally. It takes about like a year or so. So, we're going to have a little bit of a penalty for a while. It's just too many bodies to bury. But, you know, we'll get through it. Things are going our way. We definitely need to start producing a lot more widgets. So we have 20 crossbows. How many widgets do I got? Got 20 iron parts. All right. And that's from the blacksmith here. Let's put this as the highest priority possible. Things are going our way now. Lovely. Winter is approaching. We're at 1.2 thousand food. We're actually fairly sufficient now. There are a lot of bodies in our apple fields, man. That's ruthless. I wish I could use the ox to cart away all the bodies, man. Hitting all of our efficiencies. Perfect. Alright, we got 344. Let's get some more guys. Keep throwing money into it. We're in good shape. We're basically just running the clock now. Getting people in here. Got some tier 3ers. I think we're going to have to turn our clay furnace back fully on. Forger huts are doing a fantastic job. Okay, clay furnace is already on. So we don't have to worry too much about upgrading and running out of those clay roof tiles. So we're going to keep going. This is beautiful. Looks like we're having a little bit of an alcohol problem. I'm going to put 2 families into this area. We have plenty of hooch. We've been selling a little, but sometimes you just need to bump it up with an extra guy to help. Doing the overstock mechanic. So basically, this is supply and demand by burgage. This can fulfill 50 burgage plots. We have 25. So by doing an overstock, it's going to always be moving enough booze to have enough for all the burgage plots plus your overstock amount. So it's a good way also to counter entertainment issues. So we're back to 100. Pretty beefy. All right. I think what I'm going to do now is turn this logging camp off because I think it's hurting us more than anything at this point. We need to replenish the land. Forester hut over here, we're going to place 1 individual. And I don't believe that we're going to need too much more logging. We're getting full. A good thing to do in this situation, honestly, is to put 1 more camp down. That's where you can store logs. Just as a way to store more logs, not to increase production at this point for us. So everything over here is going to tier 3. Ooh, that's a tier. Wow. I just realized these guys are facing this these guys are facing this way. That's right. It actually looks kind of dorky, but whoa, I did not do that. It was weird. Going around. All the trees are gone. It makes the whole town look different. The town look way different. We gotta make it look cool now. It actually looks bad without the trees, so I gotta replant some of them trees. We gotta move some industries around. This is doing well enough. It's a little chaotic. I think the best thing to do is to go into the ground mode to see, does it look cool. It looks slightly cool. I think the area that I like the most, to be honest though, is right here. This is the area that looks cool because it's this big stretch of land between the farmland going into the apple orchards from everything. These are the farmlands. Those are the vegetable patches right here and over there. That looks pretty tight. Okay, this whole thing is vegetables. They haven't wintertime. This is crazy. That's how big these farm plots are, man. That's pretty tight. And then you got these long strips. This actually looks really cool. Yeah, this is dope. This is really nice. This actually has that total medieval vibe coming up on a small little village, but that's this area right here. Got Nectar Road right here going through just to make things all nice. I like it. And then what's the view from like right over here? Look down. Yep, you see the town. Got the granary in the center storage area. Got multiple pathways with apple trees. Looking really nice. Ooh, you can actually see inside the building. Can't walk in there. Yeah, that's looking great too. So, just a couple of things I'd probably change on some of this, but for the most part, things are coming together pretty well. I think that for aesthetic reasons, I want to get a forester hut up right here and start replanting trees in the town, because it looks really barren right now, and it's kind of creeping me out. Another thing I like to do with the shrines is kind of give a cemetery look. So I'll come to the back of the church area, and I'll just lay a bunch of shrines. It always looks like gravestones. I can't wait till we get more decorations. I feel like the fact that I only have 1 decoration and I've been able to create so many towns that to me feel unique, it's a good indication that with proper decorations that there are no limitations to kind of cool cities that we can build in this game. It's gonna be really cool. Yeah, there we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. I know that some people have done some really creative things with farm plots and just like small strips. Like, we have to turn the snap to row tool off. Like that. You can create kind of like little shrubbery pathways. We don't want anyone to really have to come out here and do anything. But it is a neat concept because you can do quite a bit with it. That was one little neat trick. The other one is the docklands trick. So I'll show you that one too. It was like, what do you mean the docklands trick? Well, if you take a road, you know, you have these bridges. If you can get it lined up correctly, you can kind of get this boardwalk vibe, and it's really cool. This is actually the perfect place for it, but it keeps going out. So if I had enough goods, I could put a bridge across this that would look kind of like a dock. And I want to do that, so we need to get to 60 boards, and we can do that. That's a pretty good goal for us. So let's look about for the saw pit. We're going to go to advanced. We're going to boot this up to 100. I think we're doing well. We have 36 timber, 56 plank, logging camp right here doing nothing, forester camp doing nothing, but 2 people in there. Do another forester's hut, and its job is to completely repopulate the city. The trees, make it look more lived in. I think that's going to look great. We have 3 extra families. Our army is growing mighty strong. Okay, so the joiner and all that is fantastic. I think that we are at a point where we have more than enough that I can switch back to some of the sword production so we can get those individuals up. Switch that to 40. We'll have to remember to come back and switch this around. Speed this back up. Yeah, we're getting close to a full army. I think it's mainly a limitation of the families at this point. Forester, perfect. Okay. Yeah, we're going to make this place really pretty. It's going to be great. And we got a good disbursement there. All the freaking vegetables here, though. That is nuts. There's so many. But we're almost at a winter. Things are going our way. This is looking good. Tanner right in the middle of all the houses is probably not how it would actually be. Yeah, I like the little paths, but yeah, you can have the little shrub pathways around things, and it does give an aesthetic that is kind of nice. But once we hit that sweet 60 on planks, it could be a little difficult because we have so many things consuming planks right now. So yeah, we got that. But yeah, once we get some more trees in here, right now it's just, you know, very barren. It looks terrible, but we'll get there. Still have all our berry bushes. Logging camps are going a little crazy over here. Not bad though. All right, we got a royal tax increase. That's never good. We're meeting our tax obligations, but we should definitely get our retinue maxed out. All right, I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to be able to take the Lord. We're going to try to take a territory. We have 1.5 thousand. We just need a little bit more. We'll do a tariff here in a bit. We'll try to take this middle ground here. I like to take territories that take bandits a bit of time to get to. It's easier for you to muster men out to protect them. All right, look at that. All those trees coming back in. This is looking nicer already. Get these houses to tier 3. And once we get enough sidearms and we get everybody equipped, I can switch back to making the parts for crossbows. We have 50 crossbows right now, so that's great. Actually, we have enough crossbows for everything that we're trying to do. So I'm going to switch this back to warbow production, because that's what we're trading. And we don't have to worry about the other stuff. We're golden. Yep, trade is doing fantastic. Let's come over here to trade. Let's see what we traded in the previous month, negative 540. That is from... Yeah, we should have gained 540. That's so interesting. All right, let's just look at exports. We exported 605, imported 65. Perfect. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that's in factoring in the king's tax or something. But in the previous year, yeah, it's doing the same thing where it's red. Very odd. That must be a glitch. But we're exporting a lot more than importing, and I don't think it's glitching in the fact that you can see our regional wealth is through the roof. It's just how it's being viewed. It's showing as a negative when it should be a positive. All right, let's get that constructed. Yeah, I love the way this stuff looks during the summer periods of time. Trees are really dope. I like all of this. Looks great. Once we get the trees back, we kind of deforested our town and made it look really bad. Made it look very impoverished. So we got to fix that. We got foresters at work planting trees in people's backyards. We got our little makeshift graveyard. Things are going our way. Got 100%. I think I could actually pull back one individual in the storehouse, but we're gonna leave it. We have 6 free families. Let's upgrade the brewer. 4 families making booze is never a bad thing. Keep going. All right, we're doing good up top. Got everything over there going on. This is great. I think I'm going to take a road and... Oop, couldn't do it. Yeah, we'll do it like that. It's always nice to have extra roads. Yeah, this is looking good already. Perfect. Need families to kind of move into these zones down here. We're going to upgrade this well for aesthetic reasons. Charcoal's doing fantastic. I mean, we're making a killing. Charcoal and warbows really are just an insane strategy. All right, look at our food situation though. Veggies, berries, bread, apples. Apples are a little bad, but I think we're about to get a bunch. We're just prime before season. There's a couple of things I was thinking. I was thinking about getting rid of this road, which kind of sucks, adds a little bit to it. But if I were to get another apple in this space, I don't know if it'd be effective enough. The road is a little big. This actually causes issues, but oof, yeah. Yeah. There's actually a way around this, which is to, oh my god, this is an awful plot point. Is to do something like this and then you know, flip it around like such. You can sometimes get this to work, but this looks awful. This looks dreadfully awful. So if I take the snap the road tool off, that's the problem too, is that you do is start the first point, then turn it on, see if you can get it to work. But yeah, it's the worst plot I've ever seen in my life. I could probably get it to work if I took the tip off like this. This will probably actually do pretty well. In fact, if I can get this all out, this is honestly the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's almost a work of art. It's so bad it's good. No, it's not. It's bad and it's not good. It's not a work of art. It's atrocious. We're never gonna do that again. Okay, we're gonna draw a straight line from the granary through everything. We're just gonna leave it the way that it was. Never talk about that again. That was terrible. Terrible. So I guess we could use some actual other food types to reduce the amount of meat and apples that are being consumed, so that they can go to quantities that are useful for us. So in this situation, what I'm going to do is place a granary that is just for collecting eggs. And I want to place it in a location that is apt for all of the egg gathering that we need. Here is actually not too bad. It's a little off the beaten path, but it should do a pretty good job. We're just going to do eggs. We're not even going to do a market stall here. And it's time to go crazy. It's chicken time. Chicken time indeed. So all of these gents are going to be making chickens. It's a wonderful day. We could have gone with meat, but I don't want to. I want to go with eggs. You get 12 eggs a year basically per burgage plot, and with all the perks that I have, you'll get 8 meat. Makes sense if you're trying to do a meat industry, but we're not. So we're not going to do that. All right, upgrade that burgers plot. Get the chickens. Chicken time. All right. So now what we can do is turn everything off here but eggs, and place our individual into the individual family into there, and then upgrade that to a large for the decrease in spoilage. And then we can get some more chickens going. I might want to do a back road from the granary into the chicken area. But we're doing fantastic already. Back road. Road. There we go. Perfect. Gives us more logistical powers. So this is great. We're going to have a bunch of chicken eggs in here. Everyone's going to love it. Let's get the chickens going and come back through and do other stuff later. That will just help us maintain our 4 food varieties. I love that change, that this came in the last patch, where it will eat foods all equally, because and also the market stalls will stock exactly how much you need of everything. It's beautiful. It really is. I don't know why clothing is 95%. I think that's going to remedy itself here momentarily. Could be that we're not producing enough we're not producing enough hides and leather, so let's see. Leather. So another thing that we may want to do is set reserves. So let's go over to the cobbler, the advanced tab. The reserve here. What does the reserve do? The building stop production if the region's surplus of this resource is less than or equal to the reserve. So we're going to set a reserve of 50. It will stop production if the surplus is less than the reserve. That way we all have... well, we don't even need 50. We need enough for all the burgage plots that we have, which is 28. So we need 30. And because we need 30, I like to go with 10 more than... like a little bit more than we need, just to account for variables, like in the game being weird. And things not being counted properly. It just happens all the time. Alright, we're at 100%. We're in good shape. Things are going to be golden for us. So we remedied that scenario. In that situation, I should say. Pretty darn good. We got 15 months of fuel. 260 barley. 280... oh no. Taxes keep going up. Alright, we got a full army, it looks like. I'm feeling pretty comfortable about everything. We have 31 crossbows, 17, nope, sorry, 13 sidearms, 50 small shields. All right, so we're not going to use boards as much anymore, which means I can probably get my boardwalk. Not enough goods. Okay. We'll get there. Nope, we're there. I'm going to pause the game. There we go. So yeah, we have the potential to make a really cool boardwalk here. Here we go. I'm going to do it from this side. There we are. We got the boardwalk now. We got our little bridge. Nobody will ever use this, but I like the way that it looks. Gives it that kind of like dockland. Look at that. Isn't that freaking cool? Like a boardwalk, basically. If you don't look at it from this angle and you look at it from up top, I think this actually looks cooler. Yeah, it's got that dockland view. Beautiful, isn't it? There we go. We got one person walking across. That looks so dope. I love it. But that's the dockland effect. Magnificent. Magnificent. I'm really hoping that they actually input more things like that, like fishing and off of docks and stuff. I know these things are nice and these resource nodes are nice, but there's a nice aesthetic when, you know, fishing actually takes place in a body of water that could support it. Whatever, I guess some people have some awesome fish ponds, but I don't know if they could feed a whole city. Alright, 100%. Got 15 free families. I literally don't know what to do with all these people. We're just going to start putting people to work. We're doing really well. Get 3 people in the windmill. Oh, we got a lot going on. Malt house. Let's get 2 people in the ovens. Get, yeah, these shouldn't have market stalls. So get 2 people collecting, 2 families collecting eggs. We're just going to go down the line. Make sure everybody's doing something good. Get this up. Perfect. Got more chickens. So the rise of the chickens should really put a dent in our food supplies. It'll be a wonderful, wonderful thing for us. Everything over here is looking hunky-dory now. This is great. This is great. I like the feel of this. This is actually, with the trees being planted in here, the city's really coming along. I mean, I like the coastal area for everything that we're building. It's a kind of a trippy little farming community. I'm just, you know, I don't know. This is kind of like, for me, it's like, I'm like Bob Ross if like maybe he was dropped as a child or something like that. Like the genius is there, but it's a little damp. You can see it shine through in moments, but there's obviously something wrong. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, no, I like it. That's all that matters. This is great. Perfect. Large storehouse is doing fantastic. Yeah, oh cool. This is actually neat how it kind of goes uphill. All right, so this is what we really have to do is get the bird eye view from. Oh, good lord. I wanted to get a bird eye view. I didn't. Okay, so that dream has been dashed. That dream has been dashed. But let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's... I always like the... It's kind of interesting, like, when you're looking at this from up top, you're just like, oh, I have all these houses side by side. But when you go into the alleyway, I mean, they really do kind of come alive. It's pretty sweet. I mean, it's... The architecture is a little questionable, like this stuff here, but outside of that... Let's go find some chickens, though. Where are my chickens? Chickens are here. I can sense them. I don't think there's a family living here, so they're not doing anything. Oh, yeah. There's the stone well. Yeah, the stone well looks pretty dope. I love the animations. Like, you can actually see them doing... Where did that water go? Witch! Witch! Alright. The water disappeared. Okay, we got 9 free families. Let's get this show on the road. We're doing awesome. I think we're at a point where all the wood is full, so they're not going to have to do as much. Foresters, we're going to place 2 individuals into that one. I think we're at a good place. We're just going to go around and kind of overdo it, I think. But for the most part, we're getting massive approval bonuses. We're bringing in more than enough taxes on everything. I don't actually feel the need to increase taxes whatsoever. The next goal is, of course, destroying a lord. So we're going to need to go into taxes and do a tithe. We're going to do a very, very small tithe. Going to eat foods equally. You can see the eggs are coming in to help out. Look at apples now. 600 apples. Okay, now they're fully mature finally. 400 bread. We're producing more food than anyone could ever need. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The city is definitely finally sustained. I like it when you use foresters to start planting trees in the city. It makes it look a lot more realistic. It's not just this barren hellscape that you've created. But this is all glorious. This is all the work that has been done. And yeah, the city is really starting to come alive. But we're going to let more time pass. We're going to let more of these houses get upgraded. Let's come in here and just start upgrading everything we possibly can to tier 3. Yes, lots of tier 3 potential here. More families. And our army is getting... Oh, our army is like there. We're like a few families shy. Alright, let's do this. Let's fast forward just a tad bit here. Alright, the trees are finally starting to make their way back. After we destroyed everything. Things are starting to come around. I don't know what to do with all these extra people. There are so many of them. I really can't put them in too many places, to be honest. This is quite impressive. Quite impressive indeed. I already have 2 families completely dedicated to egg gathering. Looks like we ate a lot of the eggs. And that's fine. Like I said, every time we eat the eggs, it's 1 less of every other food that, you know, we're eating. So we have more families that need to move in here. We have a full army. We're nearing the 2,000 influence needed to take a region. So that's my goal right now, is I want to take the war to the Lord and show him that we're cooler. And, well, we might not be cooler, but I do want to show him that we can kick his ass. And that makes us cooler in my book. So let's see, we got 84 planks. So I do want to get a bridge this way. That way we can kind of use this for a defensive point. Also just to help us move around a little bit faster. We have the bridge there. We have a lot going on for us. I think I was going to try to take the center region. I think we're going to take this region here, because it's the coolest region and it's right next to us. Will also allow us to build bridges from here to here and from here over to, well, yeah, we can't scale that cliff, so this is kind of a bad one, but we're gonna take it. It's gonna be ours. I just like that the trees are finally coming back into the town. All right, the Lord is coming back. He wants another piece of the pie. Okay, well, he's gonna get reamed. He's going to get reamed. We're at 324. We can actually do a full army. I'm happy with what we got, though. It's absolutely more than enough. Let's get everybody out and about. Let's start this bandwagon. They're going to pop out from over here. And we're going to attempt to not repeat the mistake we made last time. I'm going to use all of this, but I'm going to let them come to me. And I'm going to leave these guys out in front. It'll be much cleaner. goal here is keep everything organized. Keep these guys 2 file deep. Get everybody right here. Everybody right here. And if I can defeat this army before the other army gets here, just like last time, we're going to be in good shape. This is beautiful. We're actually going to position these guys like that. I'm going to position these guys like this too. We need to spread out just a tad bit because this is a little weird. Let's speed this up. Let's see what mistakes they make. All right, cool. We got a good shot coming straight down. So they're going to get reamed. This is, ooh, they're already dropping. Crossbowmen are stupidly overpowered. Yeah, they're just coming. They're like fish in a barrel in that thing. Yeah, few have dropped already. We're going to take a lot more with us. I don't think they're going to make it too close to us. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Come on, one more shot. One more shot. Oof. Okay, so this isn't good because they're going to try to close the gap. So we're going to pull this guy back and we're going to pull this guy to the side to shoot anybody that charges past. Yeah, we're going to have a problem here. I hate when they don't follow my orders as well. You can see that they're not. Okay, cool. We did a good job. Enemy unit spotted. Gotta be really careful here. Perfect. Alright, we're breaking them, breaking them. Yeah, the crossbowmen are gods. And we just need to kill this unit. Alright. We won. So, that was awesome. We already have everybody out and about. And what I think we should do is come and take this right here. Because their guys are all the way down there. That's funny. Okay. So we're going to run all the way up here. I'm going to tell them to start walking. Let's get them all the way up there. Let's take this property. I'm going to turn off the tithe because I hate this thing so much. I hate tithes so much. They're pretty painful. Let's get everybody up there. We have more than enough men to kill everybody. I know I'm 1 man shy on my retinue, but that's okay. We got the trees in. Battle. The battle is commenced. Okay. We just need to get up there and be prepared. They might actually pop out another army right over here in a second. But we're going to be ready for them. Alright, so they're moving. Ooh, the bandits are attacking. So this is actually a weird issue because I have bandits attacking. And I don't think that these are... This is weird. Alright, we need to be smart. So, first things first. Get our army into position. The standard position. Archer, yeah. And then let's watch this from afar. Make sure we don't have to run back and kill these guys too. Weird. Yeah. I mean, these mercenary units are pretty good. So here we are. I'm trying to figure out where they are. Okay. We're in good shape. But yeah, if they can't defeat these units... Oof. Okay. So they're going to start trying to burn everything down. Oh boy. I'm going to send a crossbowman and this gent back. There's a possibility that the banditos will engage with the enemy lord. I feel confident that we can kill a few of these gents. I'm not sure what they're going to try to do. I think they're going to try to take this. So if I can get my men right here, and I can get that crossbow right there, that is going to be glorious. And we need them to run. Ooh, not good. Not good. Don't think they'll make it there in time, but we'll try. Oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Okay. We're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to... I didn't realize I was going to get attacked by bandits at the same time I was doing this. Well, this definitely proves the point, right? If I can take... Oh, God. Made it inside. Okay. Yeah, if I can take this and defeat the Lord... Oh, he's going to burn some stuff. Are they swimming? Are they, like, stuck under the world? Okay, yeah. No, they're not stuck under the world. They got in. They got in. Oh my god, man. Oh, good times. Good times, everybody. Alright, here come the banditos. Stop here. Let's see what we can do. The banditos are coming towards us. We're gonna rebuild. It's gonna be great. All right, we broke them. We're going to let all of them come to us. The enemy lord. Oh, there's 2 banditos. The enemy lord's right there. Okay, cool. So we can bait them. They're going to attack the enemy lord. That's perfect. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. They did so much damage. Oh man. That's I kind of feel like I had that coming. I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but I did something to deserve all of that. But here we go. It's cool. We can rebuild all of this very easy. It's not the end of the world. It's coming next There's no next episode. But here we go. All right, cool. Oh, good God. Stop burning things down. Dude, some of them escaped. It looks like their archers peppered them. Please stop burning my city. Oh my God. They're just like... That one dude, like, all of his friends are dying. He's like, me burn city? I'm like, no. Stop burning my city. Okay. Alright. Yeah, they have to come to me. Things are gonna be alright. That was a bit of an intense little interlude there. But yeah, we're in good shape. We got a lot of soldiers coming at us. No biggie. 61 days. Alright. They're gonna come at us from the bottom here. So let's get everybody into position. Alright, here we go. Battle begins. It looks like they sent a pretty tame army at me. I mean, I already know I can beat the Lord. We beat his army when he came. I'm a little annoyed though. It's like between the banditos and this, they're sending their B team at me. I was prepared for this epic smackdown and they send the B team. Alright, let's just charge. Let's just charge like men. Wild men. Yeah, I'd probably start running. I wouldn't be standing there waiting for that to hit. Alright, let's speed this up. They're about to get slapped. Yeah, our men are just better than them. Yeah, there we go. They can't do much against us. I don't even need my crossbowmen. There we go. We took their land. Oh my God. What an epic conclusion, I suppose. But thank you guys for watching. I mean, this was a pretty fun city to build. Manor Lords is always a game that people seem to enjoy watching, and I seem to enjoy playing, so stay tuned. I know when the next patch comes out, I'll be dropping a lot of Manor Lords content. Thank you guys so much again. Have a good rest of your day.